Hello, and welcome to Wheels Up. I'm Sierra, and I'll be your host. I am so excited to take you on an amazing journey, brought to you by the Sunrise Association, Sunrise Studios, and our friends at American Airlines. While we're on our adventure, see if you can spot Wings, our special airplane friend, in 3 different places. After our adventure, please join us as we do a very special craft in the Sunrise VX Treehouse. And last, but certainly not least, we will wrap things up with a very fun game of trivia. Are you ready? Fasten your seatbelts and let's go on an adventure. Here to kick us off is a special representative from American Airlines.
Welcome, passengers. I'm Customer Assistance Representative Monica McInerney. Welcome on aboard our very special flight today with service from the Sunrise Association and American Airlines. Are you ready for a fantastic adventure? And buckle up, relax, sit back, enjoy the flight.
Hello, adventurers! Or even better, I'll say, g'day, mates! Because today we're visiting the land down under, Australia. And that's a common way Australians say hello. G'day is short for good day, and mate means friend or buddy. Hope you're up for some fun, mates, because we'll have lots of it on this sunny adventure. There are amazing animals to see at equally amazing zoos and parks, and in the wild. We can even hug some animals and feed some. There are spectacular natural wonders, massive coral reefs, lush forests, beautiful buildings, awesome activities, so many people to meet, and so many places to play. Let's get going. Fasten your seatbelts and prepare for landing as our American Airlines flight touches down in Sydney, Australia's largest city. Before we start our sightseeing, look where we are. Can you see why Australia is called the land down under? The entire country is down under this imaginary line on the globe known as the equator.
Wow, check it out!
And guess what? The land down under is only one of Australia's nicknames. Fun fact number 1, Australia is also called Oz. With an Australian accent, the beginning of the word Australia sounds like Oz. We are starting our journey to Oz here in Sydney Harbour. Does it look familiar to you? If you've seen Finding Nemo, it should. It may have been animated in the movie, but Sydney Harbour is where Marlin and Dory travel to find Nemo, and where they meet their funny pelican friend Nigel. More about Nemo later. Want the best view of Sydney Harbour? If you're not afraid of heights, fun fact number 2, you can climb to the top of the famous Sydney Harbour Bridge. Hundreds of people climb the bridge every day for the spectacular views. The bridge is also famous for its dazzling fireworks display that kicks off the world's New Year's celebrations every year. I love the beautiful views of Sydney Harbour. And see that cool-looking building with the curved white roof? That's the Sydney Opera House. The roof was designed to look like the sails of boats because the building's architect loved sailing. Ready for a play break? Sydney's Blacksland Riverside Park and Playground is so colorful, cheerful, and huge. Yay! This palace of play is inside Sydney Olympic Park, where Australia hosted the Olympics in the year 2000. You don't need to be an Olympic athlete to play here. We can check out scramble walls, spinning play discs, tunnel slides, and this giant treehouse.
Wait up! I want to play!
Whew, I'm getting hot from all this running around. Good thing we can cool off in this awesome water play area. Ah, now that's better. We can also cool off swimming with dolphins in Port Stephens, which is about 2 hours north by car. Fun fact number 3, Port Stephens is known as Australia's dolphin capital. Nelson Bay is home to about 200 bottlenose dolphins. On a special tour, people can swim with them. Let's dive in. Our friends the Christies live in Port Stephens. There are 5 kids in their family. Some are here to say, "G'day!"
Hi, I'm Scarlett. Hi, I'm Matthew.
Hi, I'm Evelyn.
We live in Port Stephens, New South Wales, Australia, also known as the Warramah Land.
I love living here because I love swimming in the bay.
I love living here because I love going for a bike ride in the bush.
I love living here because I go surfing and paddling in the waves.
I love living here because I get to find sharks and dolphins.
The bay is a great place to go fishing.
We're lucky to live here because we have kangaroos and native birds in our garden.
In the holidays, we like to go to Sydney by train and go to places like the Sydney Aquarium.
I love the aquarium because I can see all the sharks.
Port Stephens is a beautiful place to live. Sometimes you could come and visit us. See ya!
See ya!
So great to see you guys! And now we're heading north, towards Brisbane, to see some more friends that we can hold and hug. Cuddling koalas is the highlight of visits to Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. I hope they're awake when we get there. These cuddly creatures sleep around 20 hours a day. Koalas are often called koala bears, but they're actually relatives of a different Australian animal, the kangaroo. Let's go meet some. Here at the sanctuary, we can feed the kangaroos and watch them hop. That mama has a baby called a joey in her pouch.
Oh, so adorable!
At birth, fun fact number 4, a joey is about the size of a jelly bean. Did you know that kangaroos are one of the few animals in the world that can't move backwards? Another famous Australian animal, the emu, can't either. The emu is the second largest bird in the world, but unlike most birds, the emu can't fly. Instead, it uses its wings to steer its body while it runs at really fast speeds.
I had no idea!
We can see even more amazing Australian animals about an hour away at the famous Australia Zoo. The zoo was started by the crocodile hunter himself, Steve Irwin. The Irwin family, known for their wildlife shows, own the zoo. The zoo has many conservation projects, which help protect and save animals around the world. Don't miss their incredible Wildlife Warriors show, where you can see the saltwater crocodile up close. Put on your sunglasses, or as Australians say, sunnies, because the zoo is on the Sunshine Coast. The Sunshine Coast is famous for its white sand beaches and lush rainforests. And the zoo, too.
I love that!
Grab your snorkeling or scuba gear. It's time to take a dive through schools of fish and giant clams to explore the Great Barrier Reef. Remember I said we would get back to Nemo? The Great Barrier Reef is where Nemo, Marlin, Dory, and their fish friends live. Let's just keep swimming to get a close-up look at this world of wonder. Look, there's a clownfish. That looks like Nemo. And there's a blue tang, like Dory. Colorful coral reefs are made up of tiny sea creatures, called polyps, that form rocky ridges underwater. Coral reefs act as barriers that protect coastlines from waves and storms that come from the ocean. The Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef. Thousands of different species live in it and around it. Australia is also home to the world's largest monolith, and that's a single block of stone. This enormous red rock is called Uluru and is in a dry part of Australia called the Outback, where Australia's huge deserts are. Fun fact number 5, Uluru means great pebble. That's the greatest pebble I've ever seen. Uluru is very important to Australia's native people, known as Aboriginal Australians. They have lived in the area around Uluru for at least 30,000 years. We can see the ancient rock art that they painted at sites like this one to learn about what life may have been like very, very long ago.
Fascinating.
And check out this cool-looking Aboriginal instrument called the didgeridoo. Think it sounds as cool as it looks? Listen! I could listen to that all day. It's made from a long, hollowed-out tree branch, often from a eucalyptus tree. These trees grow throughout Australia. Remember those cute koalas? They love to eat the leaves. We have one last adventure to go on, but I think I need a snack first. How about some fairy bread? This famous Australian snack is as magical as it sounds. It's made with white bread, spread with butter, and covered with, yep, that's rainbow sprinkles.
Totally yum!
Let's take our fairy bread to go. It's time to catch a train. All aboard the Puffing Billy Railway. And how cool is this? We can ride with our legs dangling over the side of the train. The steam train was built in 1900 to carry goods and passengers. Today, it's a favorite for visitors of all ages. In the wintertime, you can ride Puffing Billy at night to see the amazing train of lights, turning the train and the forest surrounding it into a spectacular light show. Wow! I wish we could stay and see more of the land down under, but it's time to make Australian crafts in the Sunrise Treehouse, and our American Airlines flight is ready to take us there.
Wow, that was such an incredible adventure. We discovered so much. Did you spot Wings the airplane? Great job! Time to get back on board our flight. Our next stop is crafting in the Sunrise Treehouse.
Hi everyone, my name is Mia. I'm so excited to be doing some arts and crafts with you today. Today's episode, we traveled to the country of Australia. So we're going to be making a koala craft and a coral reef craft. Here are the supplies that you'll need. Project 1, hand koala, construction paper, 1 gray, light blue or white, and 1 green, popsicle stick, googly eyes, pencil, scissors, and glue. Project 2, coral reef, paper plate, blue watercolor, pipe cleaners, multiple colors, tissue paper, multiple colors, construction paper, 2 to 3 sheets, any colors, scissors, pencil, and glue. Our first craft today is going to be a koala craft. For this, I am starting with a blue piece of construction paper. If you don't have construction paper, that's fine. You can use any color or any paper that you have. I'm going to start by tracing my hand. If you have any trouble tracing your own hand, you can trace someone else's hand or have someone trace your hand for you. I'm also going to make the head of our koala. So I'm going to do a circle with 2 round ears on the side, kind of like Mickey Mouse. Now that I traced the parts of my koala, I'm going to cut them out. If you need any help cutting it out, you can ask an adult in the room for help. Now I'm going to cut out the head and the ears. All right, now I'm going to glue the head to the thumb of my hand. I'm going to flip it over so I don't see any of the black drawing. If you don't have glue, you can use tape for this step. Next, I'm going to draw the face onto my koala. I'm going to use some googly eyes for the eyes. The last thing my koala needs is a branch to hold on to. Koalas live and eat eucalyptus trees, so we're going to be making a eucalyptus branch. For this, I'm going to be using some green scrap paper that I have left over from a different project, and a popsicle stick. First, I'm going to cut out my leaves for my green paper. You can make as many leaves as you want for your eucalyptus branch. And you can make them however big or small you want. All right, the next step is to attach the koala to the branch. So I'm going to put my branch in between the fingers and weave it like that. I'm going to use some glue to attach it. Now I'm going to glue the leaves onto my branch. You can put your leaves wherever you want on your branch, and you can put as many leaves as you want on them. This is my finished koala. Isn't he cute? Our second craft of the day is going to be a coral reef craft. The first thing I'm going to need is a paper plate. I'm going to start by poking some holes into the paper plate with a pencil. If you need any help, you can ask an adult in the room for some help. I'm going to poke about 10 holes into my paper plate, but you can poke as many as you want. If you end up having some leftover holes, that's okay too. The next thing I'm going to do is paint my entire plate blue with some watercolor. If you don't have watercolor, you can use markers or crayons, anything you have that can help you color your plate. All right, now that my plate is all painted, I'm going to set it aside to dry. While it's drying, I'm going to cut up some paper fish from different colored construction paper. I'm using some scrap paper from different projects, but if you don't have any, that's fine. I'm going to make my fish all different shapes, sizes, and colors. Australia is home to the Great Barrier Reef, which is the biggest reef in the entire world. So there's fish there of all different shapes and colors and sizes. I have a few fish that I cut up a little bit earlier, so I'm going to put all of these to the side next to those fish. The next step is to put my coral reef all together. So I'm going to grab my plate and some pipe cleaners. I'm going to create all different shapes and sizes of my pipe cleaner, so I'm going to twirl some of them. The really cool thing about coral reefs is that there's so many different shapes of coral, so we can really make it look however we want. So just keep on twisting your pipe cleaners into all different shapes and sizes until you have however many you want. I'm going to stick my pipe cleaners into the holes that I made earlier and bend them a little bit on the bottom of my plate. Remember, don't worry about filling every single hole. We made a little more than we needed just in case. And if your pipe cleaners start to fall a little bit, that's okay. We're going to fix that in the next step. Now that I have all of my pipe cleaners in my plate, I'm going to use some tissue paper to make some other coral formations on my plate. I have all different colors of tissue paper, and I'm just going to crumple them up into all different shapes and sizes and glue them in between my pipe cleaners. This is also going to help them stand up a little bit more than they are right now. I'm going to do one last piece of tissue paper, and then I'm going to start adding my fish to my coral reef. All right. Now I'm going to start gluing my fish onto my pipe cleaners and my tissue paper. You can put your fish on the plate also. You can glue your fish onto whatever parts you want to because fish swim all over the coral reef. All right, this is the finished coral reef. This is one that I made a little bit earlier so you can see how it might look a little different. You can add as many fish and pipe cleaners and coral as you want. This is my completed koala and coral reef. I hope you had fun. See you next time. Bye!
Wow, we had so much fun crafting with you today. We're coming in for a landing to our final destination, our exciting trivia game. I'm going to ask you 10 questions about today's adventure. There will be 4 answers, but only 1 will be correct. Can you figure out the right answer? Let's play!
Welcome to Wheels Up Trivia. Question 1. G'day is one way Australians say A. Hello, B. Kangaroo, C. Friend, or D. Berry bread. G'day is a combination of good and day. Question 2. Australia is called the land down under because A. It's under a giant treehouse. B. A blanket covers it. C. It's underwater. Or D. It's below the equator. Right below that invisible line across the middle of the earth. Question 3. In Finding Nemo, where do Marlin and Dory go to find Nemo? A. Sydney Olympic Park. B. Sydney Harbor. C. Port Stevens. Or D. A koala sanctuary. Sydney Harbor, right in the water. Question 4. Which sentence about Sydney Harbor Bridge is not correct? A. Hundreds of people climb it daily. B. People only climb it in superhero movies. C. You can see amazing views from it. Or D. You can see New Year's fireworks there. B is correct. Question 5. Sydney Opera House's roof was designed to look like the A. Great Barrier Reef. B. Body of a koala. C. Sails of boats. Or D. Fish in Finding Nemo. It really does look like sails, doesn't it? Question 6. We played at a playground with A. Scramble walls. B. Spinning play discs. C. Tunnel slides. Or D. All of the above. That's correct! So many fun things! Question 7. Port Stevens is known as Australia's A. Dolphin capital. B. Fairy bread capital. C. Steam train city. Or D. Koala town. Well, gosh, all of those sound fun, but it's the dolphin capital. Question 8. Koalas are close relatives of A. Bears. B. Elephants. C. Parrots. Or D. Kangaroos. Kangaroos? I had no idea. Question 9. A baby kangaroo is called a A. Jelly bean. B. Joey. C. Chick. Or D. Puppy. And what a cute little name for a baby kangaroo, a Joey. Our final question, number 10. Australia is home to the world's largest A. Coral reef. B. Monolith. C. Mountain. Or D. Both A and B. And how cool are both the coral reef and the monolith in Australia? Thanks for playing trivia with me for Wheels Up Trivia. We'll see you next time.
Wow, you did such a great job with trivia today. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Wheels Up. I had so much fun with you today. Did you know that there are so many more Wheels Up adventures available for you to enjoy? Just head to our YouTube channel or download the Sunrise Studios app, available on your mobile devices, iOS or Android, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. We can't wait to see you on our next flight with Wheels Up, brought to you by the Sunrise Association, Sunrise Studios, and American Airlines. See you next time. Bye!